Welcome to New Sky TV. Avoiding suspicion throughout. Yuxin and Xiaoxu's absolute avoidance at the same table creates an awkward atmosphere. Netizens, this is more exciting than a drama. At the 2025 Red Fruit Creators Conference, the scene of Yuxin and Xiaoxu precisely avoiding suspicion rewrote the traffic code of the short drama circle. Despite being placed at the most prominent table, they seem to be separated by a workplace chasm from beginning to end. Their eyes never met, their movements never overlapped, and even the bottle of mineral water seemed to tell a story. The distance between them was longer than the red carpet. The short drama circle has always emphasized either high sweetness promotion or decisive disassociation, but this pair has carved out a third option, avoiding suspicion like two parallel lines, yet subtly carrying an indescribable emotional tension. The restraint of adults in front of the camera and the imagination of fans under the microscope collided at this moment, directly creating wave after wave of heat. The scene was ridiculously hot. Outside, Taiwan in March was chilly, but inside it was as hot as a sauna. The moment the organizers released the seating chart, the entire internet was already typing furiously. Once the event officially began, everyone's attention was fixed on the two of them. After all, who could have imagined that the most favored, most promising sweetheart pair would turn the entire event into a large-scale live-action drama of socially awkward couples? Yet, it was precisely this sense of distance that made it so captivating. Yuxin's slightly furrowed brow, Xiaoxu's deliberate sideways turn, the unyielding distance between them. There was no sweetness, no ambiguity, but that unnatural distance was more stimulating than any sweetness. It felt as if, with just a gentle push, this same different dreams couple could become the most explosive plot twist of the year. On the stage of the entertainment industry, some stories are told by getting too close, while others are brewed by being too far apart. Seeing their cautious and restrained demeanor, netizens couldn't help but joke, more dramatic than a TV show, reality always writes the best script. Honestly, everyone thought they'd recreate the sweet, romantic vibe from Summer of Fendra, but what happened? The two sat at the same table, separated by an invisible glass wall, neither wanting to look at the other. Xiaoxu's neck was practically stiff from all the talking. He spent the entire time chatting with the guest to his left or anxiously searching for information on his phone. Yuxin sat ramrod straight, her eyes occasionally glancing over as if trying to engage, but she completely ignored him, colder than a second female lead in an idol drama. In one scene, they both stood up, and as the camera cut to them, Yuxin subconsciously glanced at him, but Xiaoxu's action was something I bet his own mother had never seen before. His eyes darted around, as if avoiding a stranger, leaving no room for maneuver. If this scene were screenshotted and posted in a CP fan group, it would probably turn someone from a fan site administrator into an anti-fan group overnight. After all, nobody wants their ship to taste bitter and nauseating. The awkwardness reached its peak during the interactive segment. The host smiled and asked, "Who is the actor you most want to work with?" Fans were silently chanting, "Say Yuxin. Say Yuxin." But Xiaoxu remained completely still, simply stating, "Leonian, I've always admired her acting." The entire room fell silent instantly, the air seemed to have been sucked away. The camera cut to Yuxin, whose clapping was arguably the most elegant of the entire event, yet it also resembled a teacher who had memorized her lines, forcing a smile and hiding all her emotions in a slight tremor at the corner of her eye. But ironically, the more this avoidance was displayed, the more people wanted to delve into the story behind it. If they were truly unrelated, why the tension, like checking answers in an exam? If they were completely unlinked, why were their eyes so wary of each other? In the entertainment industry, distance is never measured with a ruler, but with emotions. The people you try to avoid are often the hardest to ignore. It's this undue estrangement that keeps the audience hooked. Every micro-expression between the two seems like a foreshadowing of the next big scene. Is it old grudges? A misunderstanding? Team politics? Or some unspoken undercurrent of emotion? Some netizens commented bluntly, "Isn't this avoidance too obvious?" In broad daylight, even the bottled water on the table shows that the distance between you two is longer than an 800-meter race. Others joked, "Afraid of being paired up as a couple and affecting your career?" Please, everyone in the short drama circle is working. Trying too hard to avoid suspicion will only hand the gossip to the netizens. Fans who like Liu Xiaoxu try to explain, our brother Su just doesn't want the CP label to outweigh his own talent. Brothers, please understand. It was only then that I realized, the logic of traffic in the short drama circle is never as simple as you retreat, I advance, but rather a triple spiral structure of you avoid, I ship, you ship, I avoid, you pretend, I guess. On the surface, the two are pulling each other apart from afar, but in reality, the fan comments section has already been divided into two camps. One camp thinks that the avoidance is so deliberate, like a scripted variety show, a socially awkward desk mate with full-on tension. The other camp emphasizes that this is just a workplace strategy, to avoid being paired up and to keep the work pure. But from the perspective of the onlookers, it's all quite amusing. You clearly want to avoid suspicion, but the more you try, the more lively the internet becomes. You want to keep your distance, but you sit at the same table, and the cameras follow you everywhere. This attempt to avoid suspicion has, in the end, become the sweetest, hottest, and most explosive highlight of the event. The terms promotion and untying instantly became the main themes of online debate, even more captivating than the event itself. In fact, the logic behind the popularity of short drama couples is no different from the overall entertainment industry. Back when Wang Zitao and Yang Zi collaborated on an ancient costume drama, the entire internet was abuzz with their on-screen chemistry. Their promotion was genuine, and their attempts to untie were measured and nuanced, but even with these attempts, at least they maintained a respectable demeanor on stage. Now, our Guo Liu couple, they don't even bother with the semblance of respectability, directly staging an iceberg-like table mate and an ironclad defense. If viewed from another angle, their socially awkward attempts to avoid suspicion could probably win an Olympic gold medal for synchronized dodging. However, the more they try to avoid suspicion to the extreme, the more people feel that something is hidden here. If there really is no story, why are they so dense? If they are really not familiar with each other, why are fans still shipping them after 2 years? If they really have zero interaction, why are they sitting at the same table, appearing in the same frame, and why does the camera always seem to capture them so coincidentally? If you examine this avoidance of suspicion tactic in the short drama circle closely, you'll see it's an inevitable result of countless junior artists and teams being swept up by the pressure of online traffic. They fear being bound to a CP couple persona on their path to stardom, while fans fear their idols being labeled pretty faces with no substance, leaving both sides feeling aggrieved. In the adult world, no matter how much understanding is expressed, everything is ultimately controlled by the traffic-driven narrative. Who can truly be themselves? Doesn't it have a philosophical undertone? Moreover, this appearance together, but not on the same wavelength scene reminded me of the rumors surrounding Wang Yibo and Xia Liying. Their interaction on stage was lukewarm, fans argued in the comments section until the early hours, and the actors themselves had keeping their distance written into their work rules. It's quite difficult for celebrities to truly be themselves these days. The young actors and actresses in the short drama circle have their own understanding of online traffic. The public always wants to see on-screen couples, but behind the scenes, clashes in personas are inevitable. When has the invisible net of the entertainment industry ever softened? Guo Yuxin seemed to have played a game without winning MVP in the second half. She became noticeably more aloof. After the event, the two went their separate ways, without even exchanging any messages on social media. The awkwardness of the event spread faster than the official news, with some fans even speculating, was this a spoiler for someone switching companies? Or is there some new plan from their teams? Never underestimate the imagination of the entertainment industry. Everyone can create a 5-episode family drama from a single photo. Do you think Liu Xiaoxu's attempt to avoid suspicion was reasonable? In my opinion, in any relationship, making conversation is a skill, but keeping quiet is also an art. Who should bear the blame for this traffic issue? The celebrity, their PR team, or the fans' emotions? Let's wait and see if the next event organizers can arrange a magical interactive segment to help everyone part ways. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.